the Avengers what happened.
Round table without
Yes.
table.
What are you going to tell the Avengers what happened, Clark?
I mean, I would tell them right now, but I'm not Coulson, and I don't write them. I think he better figure out what the hell really happened before he tells them. If I had told them at the beginning of the season, I would have been lying again, but I wouldn't have known it. I think I better figure out who that blue creature was that they used to bring me back to life. You think it was a Kree, huh?
Yeah, it was a scroll.
It was a scroll?
Scrolls are great.
Kree, I like those.
And we're going to end with...
I've heard Smurf, I've heard Frost Giant.
End with Civil War, right? It's really a scroll invasion.
As a fan of the Civil War books, it certainly smells like that, but I haven't even read the last episode of our show. They keep me in the dark because they need to, because I talk too much, but also it helps me to have the frustration that Coulson has in terms of, I've given my life to this thing, why is everyone lying to me?
What's the craziest Coulson theory that you've heard?
You know, I thought the vision theory was pretty crazy, but I really liked it.
Really good, though.
I really liked that idea, although I'm really relieved that Paul Bettany has to go to the gym that much and I don't. And he's a fantastic choice for that. I think that's going to be amazing. The cast of Avengers Age of Ultron is so ridiculous. Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. I'm so geeking out just waiting. I'm hoping I can use my having Joss's number to get into an early screening of that movie.
But that being said, I really love getting to see Coulson fight and do stunts and shoot things.
As have I.
And doing like rear naked jokes. How much have you liked getting to see Coulson in action so much this season?
I love it. You know, a lot of times in the movies when things got really hairy, you know, Coulson would vanish. You know, and in this show, it doesn't happen that way. You know, he's a veteran agent who can hold his own physically. I like that. I stay pretty physical on my own. I was glad they started to kind of, there's a huge fight right now. You're in it. That's exciting. There's more of that coming in a big way. As the S word hits the fan in our final episode, you're going to see kind of more and more of that. The stakes get higher.
How does it feel? I would have to match at this point. You have the most screen time of anyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How much of a badge of honor is that at this point to go from that small role in original Iron Man to being the lead of a show and having Coulson being more developed than a lot of other characters?
As a nerd and a comic book fan since I was 11, I can't even talk about it too much. I'm afraid I might die. But it's really fun. It's amazing to me. I kind of can't believe it on a daily basis that it went from this kind of smallish role that they evolved in Iron Man into a bigger role to the fact that now there's this show. And so, you know, I see different people from the cinematic universe show up on our show, and I go, this is crazy.
When they come to you offer Avengers, did you know?
Oh, no. They didn't. They didn't.
Damn it, there goes my career.
No, they didn't know. No, luckily I had other stuff I was doing besides stuff. I didn't want to give up Agent Coulson. I loved that gig. The whole day shooting the scene where Loki stabs him was a bad day. I was a mess. I was
tears that day.
I was a mess. That day on set. I was making a lot of jokes about like, don't do this. You need Coulson. He's the glue. But it was a great death. It was a great scene. It was as good as anybody.
Very nobly.
It was fantastic.
And at least we know you did die. You actually did die.
Yeah,
it wasn't
he was
a fake
definitely
out.
dead. No, he was dead, and that was a great thing. I couldn't have been happier about it, but I was also very happy to get the call that we're going to try to do this. It's something we haven't seen before, and I think when people see the remaining episodes of the season, what they're doing here has been a slow build to something I don't think you've seen before. There's some stuff coming up that I just don't think you've seen before. I can't really elaborate.
One more thing I'd ask, since you are a comic books fan, you've mentioned it many times, including just about 1 minute ago, how exciting has it been for you to see, as the show has been introducing more and more characters from the Marvel Universe, like Deathlok, Lorelei? How cool is that?
I'm really excited with where that's going. Some of the evolution of Deathlok as a character, as it gets closer and closer to the Deathlok character we know from the comics. Every time we see Deathlok, I'm spoiling this a little bit, he seems to have some new toys. Some of them come.
It's going to be full armor soon.
It's getting really intense with Deathlok. I love that. He's a great character. And it's funny because he's somebody, especially as brilliantly played by Jay August, he's someone that Coulson kind of connects with. He started out trying to do the right thing and has just been kind of chipped away and eaten away by doing this. And now he's really, working for the wrong people, but doesn't even seem like he has a choice in the matter.
I've in the past there was sort of an attraction between, or maybe a personal history between Agent Melinda May and Coulson. Do you think
I sense that.
Do you think there was ever a history there, maybe more than just agents, or do you think they always keep it professional?
I think both. I think there's a history and they keep it professional. I don't think Coulson's ever been to Tahiti in real life. There are people on Twitter who call it Felinda. They ship Felinda. I'd be surprised if that doesn't get explored at some point, although the last thing we saw was her with a secret phone line. So Coulson doesn't know about that, but I can only imagine when he finds out, they're just in trouble.
How many times a day do people ask you how Tahiti is?
Well, lately people have been saying it sucks. The most recent, people tend to quote whatever Phil has said most recently.
Do you get tired of people saying, though, like, bringing up Tahiti to you?
No, I just worry that the Tahiti Tourism Board is going to sort of like go, you're ruining our place. Your character didn't go there. I feel like I have to go during my downtime.
The slogan for Tahiti is a magical place. I mean, I've been making billboards.
I know.
Well, obviously, you get to be on TV every week on S.H.I.E.L.D., but when you see things like all of these Captain America Winter Soldier ads around town, is there a hint of, I wish I was in that. I want to be a part of that too. Still,
I can't do anything but feel grateful. I mean,
Sure.
anytime I see Steve Rogers show up, there's a Coulson-y part of me that just wants to go be nearby. But to kind of get to really have my own frame, my own beautiful team, to kind of explore these stories, do the fights myself, I feel like the luckiest nerd who ever lived right now. So there's nowhere I'd rather be.
excellent.
Did you ever write your own comic book?
It's funny, I wrote a screenplay recently that I was like, I'm going to do a graphic novel of this first. But it was I couldn't pull it off. Yes is the answer.
Anybody, come on.
I'm going to try to make a lot of money so that I can hire Jim Starlin to do one.
Yeah, and he's doing more Marvel stuff.
He was the guy that kind of turned me on to comics. I just loved his Warlock stuff when I was a kid. I was obsessed.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Talk to you.